Parallel Paragons, a parallel lifestyle structural functional analysis of two pinnacles of martial virtue from respective periods in Italian history, by Jeffrey T. Uhal. Nemeses feature heavily in the lives of our two main protagonists. Each has an antagonistic counterpart. Here is shown Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus, the Roman hero of the Second Punic War, opposite Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian invader who brought elephants across the Alps and virtually to the gates of Rome itself. Here, Federigo da Montefeltro is shown opposite Sigismondo Pandolfo da Malatesta. These two condottieri of the 15th century faced each other several times in combat, with opposing armies vying for influence over the warring states of Renaissance Italy. They fought small-scale wars between cities waged by mercenaries who were hired by condotta. This is Immanuel Kant. Kant is known for his epistemic investigations into the experiential and supersensible as distinct features of understanding. Kant's effects on subsequent science and philosophy are beyond profound and enduring. The Hegelian Marx dialectic examines the process of investigating actors, events, or relationships from multiple perspectives. This more concise form of perspectivism would initially be a primary argument against structural functionalism, but would ultimately become part of the procedural examination process. Marx's approach to material history would influence most of the social sciences heavily in the 20th century. Boas and Malinowski espoused social models of organicism, making biological comparisons to social phenomenon and evolutionary processes. The dialectic process would be modified into the binary process of logic. This reductionism of syllogism would be extremely influential into our own day. It would also take the ideas of organicism rampant in the times and combine them with functional examination of structures. Linguistic anthropologist Claude Lévi-Strauss, linguistic logical mathematician Ludwig von Wittgenstein, and linguist Noam Chomsky blended the fields of philosophy, anthropology, and sociology and mathematics through various dialectic methods to arrive at structural functionalism. Ultimately, structural functionalism would leave the status of all-encompassing model and moved soundly into the realm of organizing information for examination and as an heuristic device for teaching how relationships exist between nodes in an organization, event, or culture. These advancements in the breaking apart and reconstruction of information became increasingly important into the 21st century. The internet would become the greatest demonstration of the external information projection possible. These procedures will all help to manage, transmit, and evaluate the respective features of the men's wars, lives, and cultures. It will help navigate the narrative and literary characteristics hidden in the historiography. Having procedures in place as such can help make the analysis standardized between the subjects. The modern historiographers of the subjects include F.W. Walbank, Cecil H. Clough, A.M. Eckstein, Orville Prescott, and Paul Erdkamp. The classical period and the Renaissance were defining parts of Italian history. In equal measure, these parts of the legacy shaped modern perspectives, perhaps more than any other. A legitimate multimodal analysis should span different eras of thinking. The progress bias of any moment is equally destructive to sober analysis. It is for these reasons the approach shall have perspectives spanning back 300 years. Bridging disciplines and spanning time are components of an updated historical model that can transmit the skills of abstract thinking that history cultivates. The Bloom's taxonomic model of adult learning will be used to help transmit the information to the audience in an educational fashion that will help build the context and information together. Ultimately, this project will seek to integrate logic, dialectic, perspectivist thinking, and apply them to models that will illuminate and edify. More importantly, it will be a catalyst for further investigation based on the inductive questions created by the work.